United Nations military units, all right? And actually forced a gunfight to give semen samples in little plastic jars.
You got nothing, kiddo. Snake eyes. The house wins.
Traced and scared. It's time to stop submitting to this tyranny. It's time to realize that we're being enslaved. Where did Substance D come from?
At other islands or other resorts, exhibiting a pattern of life that's typical of somebody who's working late night, not during the day, but dwelling at resort properties and then club-like facilities where they would be working as bartender.
The people who are coming onto the island working there, let's separate the groundskeepers and stuff like that, who I
Order of the Dragon. So, we do know that there are like things like with Moloch where people are giving children to them. So I agree with you as far as like how far does this go? Yes, I understand, like a lot of people find it hard to understand, but let's not forget that Epstein ordered tons of cement to his island before he was arrested. He also ordered gallons of sulfuric acid. He also ordered carpet and towel shredders. There's definitely something underneath that island, because for a billionaire, the accommodation was way too basic on that island. And I know they took my eggs, but I do understand what you're saying. It's hard for others to sort of comprehend. And like you're saying, we don't know how dark it went. Like, I hope they weren't eating babies,
sit down and talk to her honestly and openly. And she refused to bear any children of the Ashkenazi Woodrow Königsberg. He anglicized his name, just like Larry Ellison is Ashkenazi, on and on, right? Leisure Suit Larry Ellison is in his 80s, I believe. He's got a 34-year-old hot Chinese wife. And they even live on an island together. They like that island motif. So you got Woody Allen. There's any number of examples. They're one of the more prominent ones. And this reinforces my thesis of the Ashkenazi fusion, conscious genetic fusion between the Han lines, so that they can strengthen the weakening Ashkenazi interbred line or inbred line with the Han genetics. For intellectual enhancement, physical enhancement is seen in the Olympics. In fact, most of the winners in the strength and speed sports were of Han backgrounds. It was not just Elisa Liu. Let me give you an example. The other person's name is Eileen Gu.
I've put Larry on the screen, and wow.
There he is.
First I've seen of this.
With his hot wife. And part of the hot, I use that term hot wife, not just for sensational purposes, but hot wife is a genre amongst wife swappers, swingers, in other words, right? Yeah. We learned about P. Diddy, but the whole part of that, a subset of that is like for geezers like him to bring their wives into certain social situations. You get my drift?
Yeah.
So he's going to be bringing her to the S parties, the hot wife parties, and they're going to exchange.
Ringed with benches. Sure. In one video, deer were seen grazing nearby, giving the strange sense of calm in a place filled with secrets. There's closer to the southern edge of this section, a massive sundial stands. Once, it was surrounded by 13 brightly painted 13 brightly painted benches? Benches. Some say representing the 13 ruling bloodlines in conspiracy lore.
Well, drugs are bad. You shouldn't do drugs. Okay, that about wraps up my introduction now.
They got that place locked up tight. They're only going to let a burnt-out house cruise in. Harmless. Will flicker on and some distant instinct will kick in. She's such a ghost. No. There's no other way to get in there.